So why stones? Why stones? What's the advantage of using stones? First, stones are really easy to tune with. They are really simple. Second, they're perfect for beginners. Anyone can pick this tool up and tune with it. Get your edges, get your bevel set right with the files, then go with the stones. Anybody can use stones. Third, they take very little metal off the edges. And the fact of the matter is, when you tune skis, you only have to take off a little bit of metal. There's a tiny radius that forms on the edge of the ski, and all you have to do is sharpen that just a hair to remove that tiny radius. Stones do that just fine. These sharpen with polished precision. Files don't, but stones give you really polished, precise edges, no burrs. The secret of using stones, though, is to use them frequently and take the several minutes it takes to use the stones and to keep the stones clean and fresh. There's a video on how you refresh them. But stones are by far the best way to tune ski edges. Now we want to do some final polish. We've sharpened the edge, but we want to decide on final polish. I got to tell you, final polish is a strategy decision, not a standard practice. Don't make final polish a standard practice. Let me explain. If you are on average snow conditions, you sharpen the green, you final polish with the ceramic. Just typical, average, normal. However, if the snow is new and soft, you'll only polish with the ceramic. You do not want your skis greenstone sharp. You want them nice and polished. Really polished edges slip very well in fresh powder. So you just do a little ceramic work. Now, on hard snow, really hard snow, you may not want to use the ceramic at all. You may want to leave a greenstone final finish because it bites, and it bites hard. And so you learn to adjust. You use the stones and you learn to adjust your decision making based on the snow conditions you ski and how you want your skis to act. So it's not a standard. Don't make it a standard. I do this every time. No, make a decision. It's a strategy decision. It really pays to adjust how you approach your edge tuning. Now you always want to detune your skis at tip and tail, but I first want to show you why you want to do that. Skis have camber, okay? Now you watch up here at tip and tail, and when that camber, the effect of the camber is that that's going to create inconsistencies with this part of the ski if they're equivalent in sharpness. And so what the job of detuning tip and tail is to equalize this edge between the pressure caused by camber so that there's no variable in here relative to here. And that's the only reason we detune tip and tail, is you want to erase that variable. And all you do to detune the tip and tail, I just use a ceramic stone and you just do a little 45-degree angle polish, and I like to come 1 inch behind this flared contact point. So I come in about this far behind that flared contact point, and I just soften that edge up a little bit because I'm trying to equalize it with the effect with the rest of the edge, not the sharpness. Now here's a problem you're going to have to deal with. If you're doing any substantial edge tuning. On the top side of this edge, here the bottom side because the ski's base side up, is a ledge of plastic. And what that is it's an edge protector. And it serves as several purposes. First, it helps support the edge. It's like an engineering support. Second, and probably more important, is that it keeps the top side of the edge becoming razor sharp. See, you don't tune the top side of the edge, you're tuning the base side of the edge. And what happens on the top side is, if there's no plastic there, it gets razor sharp, absolutely razor sharp. When I used to ski Volants, I always cut my fingers on that edge because Volants didn't have that plastic piece there. I always had to handle them with gloves or very carefully. And so what happens is, as you work down the edge, it'll start clogging your files, it'll start clogging your stones, and so the best way to do it is to keep that edge trimmed back. There's a lot of tools you can do that with. I don't remove it though. I only keep it trimmed back equal to the top side of the edge. And to do that, I just use a steel blade and a base flattener. I grind my ends slightly so they won't dig in. You don't really have to do that. But all you do is you set it on the side of the ski, angle slightly, and just softly. This blade is so sharp, it just motors through that side plastic. And so you just take it and you just skive off that plastic like crazy, and you skive it until such time as you get down to, you start collecting metal on the top side of the edge. You're not hitting the edge itself, you're hitting the plastic on the side, but what you're doing is, you're doing that until you start removing metal edge, and at that point you know that that is not going to interfere with your files and your stones. So this is Mark Sewell, and I want to make one last important point. Edge tuning is artistry. If I put percentage values to all tuning, I would say 80% of value is edge tuning excellence, 15% of value is base flattening and structuring, and maybe 5% of value is wax. Edge tuning, the secret of it is that it's really what makes fun on skis. Great edges. There's just something about it. The way the ski skis is just something special. With a Ski Sharp, you can design your own edge strategies. And you can execute them easily. You can experiment. You can do things. This tool will let you try anything you want to do. So, good luck with your edge tuning, and I'll see you on the slopes.